Hi, everyone. Welcome to our market update. My name is Vinnie. My co-host over here, David Wright.
Thank you very much, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. All right, so I'm just going to go this really quick. If you watch this again, market, inventory, lower, 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 across the board. So like we've always talked about, is usually what happens is what we see last week will go up a little bit because agents always put their numbers in behind. So if you see how many properties sold, let's say 2 weeks ago, that number is going to be a little bit higher from 2 weeks from now, if that makes sense. People backdate it, things like that. We had 1123 to 1129. We had about 390. That jumped up to 436. So still not drastic. That was Thanksgiving weekend right there. Last week went to 612. Okay, so we've been 1,000, 800, 900. Now we're 700. So even we maybe get to like the high sixes in that 612. Still, I mean, if you watched our market update last Friday, you'll see that inventory is, I think we went under 3,000 properties last week. So that's something to really think about. Again, we were sitting at 7,000 properties last year. So that gives you kind of a reference point of where things sit. Now we talk about under 700,000, not as drastic as a jump, 5, 6, and now pretty consistent in the 4s. That number that we were in the low 2s went up to a little bit of a jump to 250, and then the 359 last week. That'll probably jump up to the high 3s, maybe might up to the low 4s. So something to think about. And people go, well, I mean, less properties, that means less property selling. You're seeing basically, we're still over the last month, right? If we're going a month behind, let's say about a month behind, 409, put it at that 449, still like 90% of property on the market we're selling, if that makes sense. So something to kind of think about if you're looking to purchase now. You're gonna be hoping for some inventory to hit the market maybe after the new year. And the reason why people are purchasing, that goes into low rates, which David.
Boom. Merry Christmas, people. What are we going into? Christmas time. Did Santa bring you low rates for Christmas because you're good?
Oh, boy.
Yes, Santa did. So you may be seeing on the news all over the place. You just hear rates keep dropping and dropping, and everything just keeps getting lower and lower and lower. That is not true. What has been dropping is the cost of mortgages. They've dropped a little bit, literally 0.1%. And sometimes if you're locking your loan for just 15 days, you will save 0.25% in cost. That is a lot of money right now, because if you're listening to our market updates, you will know prior month, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac put its new rule into effect for refinancing homes is now more expensive now than purchase loans. So take that into account when you hear all these commercials. That's really what's happening. Now, the month of December, it's a great month to play the market because typically things slow down. Congress will take a break. The Wall Street giants will slow down a little bit if we don't get in the black, which means lots of sales. And now that we've been shut down, this new government shutdown, expect things to not have a positive effect, which means rates may get a little bit better and you could save yourself a little bit of money. So, if this shutdown here comes a lot harder than you anticipate, you can probably save 0.25% in cost on your rate alone. That is a lot of money over the life of the loan. And once again, construction loans are back. For those people that look at homes that are beat down, construction loans are coming back strong now with low rates.
Yeah, not necessarily. Even if you're looking to buy a property to renovate, if you live in a property, you want to add square footage. Now could be a great time to add square footage to your property. By adding the square footage, brings that value up. Maybe even take money out of your property to help you with those upgrades. And with the low interest rates right now, what's that do? Basically, your payment probably won't be as drastically as affected as it could be as if you're borrowing 6 months ago, 7 months ago. So things to think about, maybe a HELOC. Maybe you already have a really good low rate right now, and you're far into the amortization time frame of your loan. So instead of actually refinancing the whole property, maybe take money out of the property. I mean, doing a HELOC, doing a second. So things to think about, and be aware. Anything's possible if you have the right game plan. It might not be, a month from now. It might not be 2 weeks from now. It might not be a year from now. It could be 5 years from now, right? Our team just helped someone to close on their property today, where we were in communication with them for the last 3 years. They had an idea of what they wanted to accomplish, and that time 3 years ago wasn't the right time for them. Working back and forth, putting a game plan together, and 3 years to accomplish our goal. Yet they accomplished our goal. So if there's something that you want to accomplish today, right? Today is the first day of that path. Now, maybe if you're doing fitness, you need a trainer. If you're doing real estate, especially in Indio County, you're going to need a financial guru like David Wright,
Wow,
and
thank
a
you.
real estate expert, right? So reach out to us, and we can kind of tell you what's possible and how we can put that game plan together for you.
So something you mentioned, Vinny, with game plan, when you look at your long-term vision and you look at what you want to do, and then you look at the current real estate environment with rates so low where they are now, just as an example, people who are thinking forward ahead about building wealth, if you're borrowing money right now at 2.75% and you reinvest it at double that, that's just 5.5%, you are doubling your money. And 5.5% rate of return is very easy to do right now. And over the long term, you can make a lot of money. So for people out there who are looking to diversify, decrease risk, it is a good time for that as well. And like you said, Vinny, like if you listen to our update on our seminar on Saturday with adding square footage on the houses, buying at things at a discount and adding value onto them is going to be how you create more wealth. It's not simply like the old way of, I'm going to save every penny and then one day I'll have a bunch of pennies. That's what you'll have. The vision in life is to invest so that you can enjoy your life, and investing comes with risk because, not everything's guaranteed in life. There's a couple things guaranteed, but it's not always guaranteed to make money. So you want to diversify, and that's why you need proper agent, proper lender, proper game plan. And I heard this term over the weekend. Be your chief vision officer. CVO.
Yeah.
CVO. What's the chief vision officer? So I thought about that. I use myself as an example with my family and my wife, my daughter, my dog. And I'm like, what is my chief vision? Well, my vision is to enjoy life the most that I can and not work my ass off every day, which means I have to make smart decisions with my money. There we go.
Well, thank you guys for watching. As you know, this is a 10-minute market update, so we keep this short and sweet. So if you have any specific questions about basically your market, your area, your community, what's possible, reach out to myself or David, and we'd love to build that roadmap for you. Thank you, guys.
Merry Christmas.